The
recording.
last session, in the last
Okay.
session we have done Send server installation and Send sender also we installed. Then we connected the Send server to this Send sender.
Correct. So let me quickly remind of the things like what we did earlier.
Yeah.
So as you can see, here is my domain controller,
Yeah.
and into the domain controller, what we did, we have configured ADDS for sure. We have configured DSCP as well, and from that DSCP scope, all the machines are getting IP address with the same DSCP scope. Okay, and apart from
Yeah.
that, we have DNS in our domain controller also. Correct. So
Yes.
coming to the ADDS, so let me open my Active Directory console, which is open here. So as you can see, so far I have added delivery controller and I have created one Win10 machine as well for our testing purpose, but this is not required in this session. So
Okay.
I will cover it up in upcoming sessions. Apart from that, here one machine is just is big fix, so we do not require this. So let me delete this for now. So now coming to the DSCP scope. So as you can see, our DDC is getting IP address, which is 10.56 from that particular DSCP scope, and Gen server 1, the IP address is 10.50. Okay. So in
Okay.
your
Okay.
environment for servers, we always used to prefer the static IP address, but in test lab, we can use DSCP scope for servers as well. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
So let's wait for this to power on properly. Apart from that, what we did in DDC earlier, so we have installed Citrix virtual apps and desktop in to this particular
We
machine
did.
and other core components like Citrix Director, then
Yeah.
Citrix Studio, and SQL Server was also there. So as you can see, SQL Server 2019 Express, which is prerequisites for the
Yeah.
database. Okay.
Okay.
So now in this session, what we have to do, we have to configure a site. Okay. So for the same, first we have to check the proper connectivity. Like, let me check. Okay, we are getting proper ping from delivery controller. Perfect. Gen server -01. Maybe it's not powered on, so that is there any spelling mistake? No. Let me try to ping it with the IP address 192. Sorry, 192.168.10.50. Okay, okay. With
So it was added to the we need to add to DNS, right?
right.
I think we have
So
done that last time.
yeah, but I have recreated the machine in
Yeah.
Indore actually,
Okay.
so
Fine.
that is the
Fine. Fine.
only
Okay.
reason. Okay, coming to the DNS, into the forward lookup zone, and new host entry here, Gen server -01 192.168.10.50, and also we have to create a PTR record. Perfect. Add host. Now we can check.
Ping. Ping.
The server -01. Perfect. So this
Yeah,
time we are
perfect.
getting
Yeah.
proper ping. It's still not booted. Let's wait. Okay. Anyway, now in this, what we have to do, we have to create a site, our first site from Citrix Studio.
Okay.
So we have three options here into the Citrix Studio console, like what we want to do. Like if we have to, the first option, as you can see, site setup. And if you want to deliver application and desktop to your end users, so for the same, we have to set up the site. And if you want any physical machine to be
Yeah.
remotely accessed by the end user, so in that case, what you can do, you can publish your physical machines as well to end users. correct? Just
Yes,
suppose
sir.
if you are
Yeah,
having any physical hardware and you want to publish that machine to end users, you can do that with the help of remote PC access. And third option is for scale up your deployment. So with the help of this thing, what we can do, we can connect our existing delivery controller uh, to the running one, okay, or to the
okay.
new
The
one.
second, the second option was it was good for like work from home and all, right? Like suddenly if the office is closed and we need to access our physical machine, we can use the
Mhm.
second option, right?
Right,
Like
but the second option has some limitations. Why? Because with the help of that option, what we will do, we will publish the physical machines only. Means if I'm talking about the physical machines, that means those machines are not power managed. Like if that particular machine goes down, so we need someone
yeah,
into the office premises to power it on, correct?
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah.
So first option is always recommended. Why? Because all those machines will be hosted in our hypervisor. Okay, it is powered
Okay,
on now.
fine.
Okay. So those
Okay.
machines are actually power managed. Like you just have to log into the hypervisor and you can turn all the machines powered on. Correct.
Yeah.
So for like for small scale industries and those like who cannot afford the hypervisors, those are still using physical machines. But
Yeah.
in like big organization and MNCs, they always prefer to have hypervisors. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm going with the first option for now. Why? Because we have to set up a site. We cannot connect this delivery controller to existing site. Why? Because we do not have any existing site so far. Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm going with the first option, and let's wait. In the meantime, let me check the resources. Like 23 GB of RAM, like 74% is utilized. CPU is 28%, which is fine. Okay, let's wait for it. Apart from that, what we did earlier, as I told you, like we have connected Gen Server 012 to our Gen Center application, basically, which is a GUI tool to manage the hypervisor. Correct.
Yes. Yes.
So let's wait for it. As you can see, the storage which we have added earlier. From here, you can get the memory status for that Gen Server 01 hypervisor. Into the general tab, you can see the license detail and other things. The port number is very, very important. Please do remember that port number. Version detail, you can see from here, whatever the version. Right now, we are using 8.2. Update, whatever the update applied earlier is visible here. Into the notification part, events, if like last time it was failed to connect, so you will get all those events listed here. Coming to the
Yeah.
update, so far there is no update. It is searching for the update. If any update is available for hypervisor, it will show here. So as you can see, we have multiple updates available, so we can easily push those updates to our hypervisor with the help of action, and you can directly select download and install. But those updates may require reboot. So as of now, we are not going to update our hypervisor. Correct. That we will update
Okay.
later.
Okay.
So coming to the this console, now it is asking for a site name. So site name, it could be your office name, it could be your location, it could be anything. It could be your name, business name, whatever it is. Okay. So in my case, I'm an Indore. So let me enter here Indore as my office. Okay. You can
Okay.
enter any. Simply click on next. So these are the database, like for logging purpose, monitoring purpose, and site purpose. We have three database, and those database will automatically get added into our SQL Express. And here, why we are getting localhost for SQL address as a path? Why? Because we have installed SQL Express in this local machine itself, correct?
Same machine. Yeah, yeah.
If your SQL server is different, in that case, what you have to do, you have to replace the local host with the IP address. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a moment.
In the
Now,
normal production purposes, this SQL server will be in separate server, right?
right. For backup and redundancy. Correct.
Yeah.
So simply, as of now, simply click on next. It is validating the database. May take some time. So let's wait. So coming to the Gen Center here, what we can do, we have, okay, so basically hypervisor is used to create multiple virtual machines on a single hardware or multiple hardwares, correct?
Yes.
So for the same, what we have to do, just suppose just like as I'm creating virtual machines on VMware Workstation Pro, in a same way, what we have to do, I have go to the Gen Center. From here, right click, new virtual machine, and then I will get multiple predefined templates from here. Like just suppose if we have to install Windows Server 2019 as a virtual machine on our Gen Server 01, so we have some predefined template. So we can simply click on next, and multiple options are there that I will cover up later. But basically, hypervisor is used to host the virtual machines, correct?
Yes.
So here, as I told you, for licensing part, this port number is very important, correct? And as we
Yes.
have only 30 days trial license, which is fine for us for testing purpose. So if you have any existing key, you can use that license key to insert and allocate, correct? You will get one license file from Citrix and you can easily insert there. But as of now, we will continue with the trial one, okay?
Okay.
Simply click on next. Now it is asking to connect the hypervisor, correct? So what we have to do, we have to connect the hypervisor to this delivery controller. Why? Because after some time when our site will get set up, after that we will
Yeah.
use that console only, like Citrix Studio only, to create virtual machines, correct?
Okay.
We
Okay.
will use that console, but all those operations will be performing on our hypervisor, correct? Not on the console. So for that reason,
Okay.
we have to add the hypervisor. So in our case, hypervisor is http://
No. Okay.
then gen server -01 dot
01.
abc.com. So make sure you have to enter FQDN, that is fully qualified domain name.
Fully qualified domain name. Okay.
Either we can continue with the IP address, but it is always a good practice to go with the host name. Okay.
Okay.
Here I have to enter the username for hypervisor, which is root, and I have to enter the password for hypervisor, which I have created here, and I have to name this connection. Like for my understanding, I can enter it gen server 01 and simply click on next. Give me a moment. Okay, so now it is asking for storage management, correct? So as of now, we have given 100 GB of storage to our hypervisor, correct? So we have two options
Okay.
here, like either we can use local storage of hypervisor, which we have allocated.
Oh.
In our case, it is 100
Okay.
GB for now, or either we can use the shared storage, like the storage. like our SAN devices, correct?
Okay.
Or our like network storage devices, we can use those devices as well. But as of now, we do not have any SAN storage with us right now. So what we will do, we will use the local storage of hypervisor, correct?
Okay.
But in production, it is always preferred to use the shared storage,
Shared storage. Yeah.
correct? So over those shared storage, what we will do, we will create one folder for user and we will keep all the data to that shared storage only, correct?
Yes.
Simply click on next. Now it is asking for storage selection. What we have selected? We have selected the local storage on Gen server 01. So OS will be deployed on the local storage, and apart from that, all the temporary files will be also deployed on the local storage itself. Correct? Why? Because we do not have
Okay.
any network storage with us right now.
Yes.
Simply click on next. Now it is asking for network resources. So what I can enter here for identification, net Gen server -01. Just suppose why I have mentioned net Gen server 01. This is for identification purpose only. Just suppose in future you have to modify the network adapter for Gen server 01 only, correct? Because in production you will get more than hundreds of hypervisors listed, correct? In that case, you have to identify like which hypervisor you are modifying, correct? So this is for identification purpose only. Like anyone in your team can easily identify like which network resources have to be modified or what if any changes is required. You can easily identify the thing, correct?
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Simply click on next. App publishing, we do not require this feature for now. Simply click on next. So this is a summary what we have selected. I have explained each and everything like database
Yes.
monitoring, each and everything. Simply click
Yeah.
on finish. So now what it will do, it will create a site as per the options what we have selected. Okay.
Yes.
So parallelly, what I can do for you, like go back to the Jan server
Now,
01.
now we have selected the Zen server local storage. If
Hmm.
later we need the SAN storage or something, we can change it, right?
Yeah, we can add it. We can add it. That I will show you how
Okay.
to add. So let me in a parallelly what we can do, we can create one virtual machine on hypervisor. So for the same, let me try to create one ISO storage first. Why? Because we need some ISO media to install operating system, correct? So here is the ISO files I have, and let me check the properties into the sharing. This is shared already. Okay. So in my local machine, I have to check the IP address 10.1. Okay. And what is the username for this local machine? How to get it? Root. Okay. So first we have to create one ISO library. ISO library is nothing. It is a kind of folder which contain all the ISO files. Correct? Because
Okay.
you
Okay. Yeah.
you cannot always use the CD and other stuff, correct, to install
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
virtual machine. So for the same, what I have to do, I have to create a new storage. And okay, from that portal you will be able to understand like if you have any network storage, you can select that ISKG and you can select on next, then again next, and whatever the option you can select. And here you have to mention the target host name or IP address of that ISKG or network storage. Got it?
Okay.
So there is the way, but as of now, we will go with the Windows file sharing. Why? Because I have shared one folder from Windows. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Simply click on next and let me name it to ISO library only. And I have to enter the path.
Your location.
It's 192.168. 10 dot why I'm not going with the host name, because it's my local machine where I have shared the folder, and it will not resolve the host name. Why? Because we are connecting it to the our virtual server. Okay, so
Okay.
let me enter ISO here.
No, ISO.
ISO.
Spelling is wrong.
Okay, so now what I have to do, I have to enter the local user credential of my local machine, not domain, correct? Because I'm connecting the
The
local
local
shared
machine.
folder. Yeah, let's try. No, no. Unable to mount the directory specified. Why? 192.168.10.1. And what is the shared name of this folder? ISO is correct.
Actually, it's diff. Okay, yeah. ISO.
Okay. I thought I have entered wrong password here. Yeah, I have entered
Yeah.
the basic password that I was using for virtual machine, but my physical machine password is different. So here, what we did, we have added one ISO library. Okay, and
Yes.
into the storage, you will get all the ISO files which is available in that shared folder. Okay,
Okay,
that
fine.
we will use. Okay, so now we have got the ISO library. What I have to do, I have to create a new virtual machine. So from here, you can right click on new virtual machine, or either you can select from here as well. Okay,
Okay.
so here we are going to deploy Windows Server 2019 as a virtual machine. Simply click on next, and let me rename it to Win 2K19 hyphen base. So not base, you can consider it as a master. So what we are trying to do, we are creating one master image. Okay, with that master image, we can create multiple templates or machine catalogs for end users. Okay,
Okay.
so simply click on next. Now it is asking for the ISO file, so we can select from here. As you can see, all those things are listed here. So select the server one, simply click on next. So now, while creating the virtual machine, it's automatically showing that we have only 8.1 GB RAM available on our hypervisor out of 10. Okay,
Yes.
so it is
10. Yeah.
fine. Simply click on next. So as we have only 8 GB available, so we can easily continue with 2 GB or 3 GB, or let it be. Let's go with 2 GB itself. Okay, because we have to create multiple machines. So simply click on next, and from here you can select the CPUs, like virtual CPUs required. Okay, if you have to deploy
Yes.
any high-end machine, in that case you can increase the CPU count. Correct.
Okay.
Simply click on next. Now it is showing the location, like that particular machine will get installed on the local storage of Gen server 01. Okay, and the hard
Okay.
drive used, it will be 32 GB. Okay,
Okay, fine.
and is it shared storage? No. Why? Because we are using the local storage. Correct.
Local. Yeah. Yeah.
Simply click on next. That is a network adapter, and here is a summary. Simply click on create now. So as you can see here, it's creating the machine, and here we have got this machine. Just click on the console, wait for it. So this is a simple installation, how we install other operating system. Correct, nothing
Yes.
complicated in that.
Name. Yeah.
Okay, so apart from that, go back to the TDC, and okay, so our site has been configured now. Correct. So
Yes.
this is the first time that we have created a site. Okay, so if you click on the test site configuration, it will test somewhere around 200 connections, and if any warning or any fail test will be there, it will prompt you, because sometimes it happens like our users will not be able to access the virtual machine. In that case, the basic things that we have to do, we have to test our site. Correct. If you
Yes.
get any failed or warnings, then you have to work on those warnings accordingly, whatever the error code. Correct.
Yes.
So it will take some time to test up the things. In the meantime, give me a moment. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a basic installation. So simply click on next, install now. And in the meantime, as you can see here, our 230 tests are already passed. So here we are going to deploy Windows Server 2019 standard with desktop experience. Simply click on next. And I accept the license, advanced. This is the space, which is
Okay.
32 GB. Simply apply. And we are good to go. Click on next. So this is the basic installation, and it will take somewhere around 20 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever the time. Correct.
Yes.
So apart from that, okay, our 236 test already passed. So let's wait for it. Actually, what I'm doing here right now, I'm covering up two things together. First, we are creating the site, and parallelly we are creating virtual machines on our hypervisor. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's wait for it.
See, if there is like we need
Mhm.
to have 100 virtual machines or 500 virtual machines,
Mhm.
that we are creating a master image here and
From the master
creating.
image, you can create thousands of machine in a single click. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
that I will show you. But okay, so we have multiple things like after this we have to create the machine catalogs. Okay, so as our master image is not ready yet. Okay, so I will show
Okay.
you how to create the machine catalog. So delivery groups, applications, policies, each and everything I will cover. So let's take a break for 20 minutes. In between,
Okay.
it will get completed. Okay, then I
Okay.
will
So
ping you. Okay,
no problem. Okay.
okay, buddy.
So now it is
Mhm.
12:30 here. So that is 2 o'clock there, right?
Yes.
So by 2:30 I will be back. Okay.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, bye.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, so my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can see
Okay,
it.
so what I did, as you can see, I have created one. I have just installed one virtual machine, correct, in
Yes,
hypervisor.
on server.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on hypervisor. And what I did, I have joined that machine into the domain. That's it. Okay, if you go to the local server, and this is the host name, and I have joined this machine into my domain, which is avc.com. Okay, this is the only thing that
Okay.
I have done. And after that, I will log in into this machine with root user. Actually, root user is a domain user in my case. Okay,
Okay.
so now what we have to do, we have to go to the DDC, and as as you can see here, we are getting machine catalog here, and we have to create a machine catalog. Correct, from the master
Okay.
image. What we have to do, we have to create a machine catalog from the master image which we have created in hypervisor. Correct, but That is not possible for now. Why? Because there is nothing in this particular machine which can
Yes, we have to.
communicate to
Yeah.
the delivery controller. So for the same, we have to install virtual delivery agent into that machine. Correct. We need something.
Okay.
Na? We need some agent which can communicate with the hypervisor to the delivery controller. Correct.
That is VDA, right? Virtual
VDA.
delivery agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the same, what I have to do? Okay, I can do one more thing. Like, as we have only like, default application installed here. Correct. So what we can try, we have to publish few applications as well. So let me try to download Notepad++ or some basic applications, or even we can install like
Whatever application we want to publish, right?
correct, correct. So we do not have that much time, like we can install thousands of
No,
applications.
no.
Correct.
I mean, in a production, if we need some Acrobat and Chrome, these all things, we have to install everything prior to this one, right?
Correct. Right. So let me try to keep that here in DDC.
And we will need workspace also, I think, or Citrix receiver.
Yes. Citrix receiver is for client and like with for
Okay, I understood. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
not from our, it is not required right now. Okay. So I have copied Notepad++ here and let me share that folder. And okay, this is just for example, like how to publish the applications. Okay.
Okay.
So now what we have to do, we have to install that software in the master image. So let me copy it from here. Because okay, so what is the reason for master image? Let me explain you. Like, in your company or in every company, we have some particular departments, correct? Like HR
Yes.
department will be there, then your finance department or IT department or any other department, correct? So
Yes.
just suppose if you have HR department in your office, correct? So what you have
Yes.
to do, HR department will not require like, remote troubleshooting tools and other stuff like server console or RDP kind of things. Those kind of
Yes.
things will be
Understood.
not required by HR, correct? So what we will do,
Yes.
for particular team, we will create one master image. Like this is a master image, you can rename it to like, just suppose we are creating this master image for HR, for finance,
Okay.
for any other department. You have to create a
Okay.
master image. Just suppose if you have got a new joiner in a particular department, so what you will have to do, you will have to just copy that master image and you have to create a virtual machine with that particular master image. That's the only thing
Master image.
correct.
Okay.
So that I will let you know how to do that. So before that, okay, our application is installed now. So now I have to install VDA agent. So I have mounted the ISO file in this machine and let me run it. Yes. Same ISO will work for VDA installation as well. Okay.
Okay.
So now it will ask you like what you want to configure, like you want to deliver application only or you want to deliver application and desktop both. So we will go with the second one. Why? Because we have to deliver desktop also.
Okay.
So here it is. As you can see, we have already configured the delivery controller. So we are not going with this. We are going to install
Okay.
virtual delivery agent for
Delivery
multi-session
agent.
OS. So why it is showing here multi-session OS? Because we are using Windows Server Edition, correct? If
Okay.
if you will install this on Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows 8, like on any other desktop operating system, in that case you will get single session OS. Why? Because there is a limitation in desktop operating system. Only single user can work at a time, correct? But on other hand,
Okay.
in server edition, we have multiple sessions, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So let me select here. So as you can see, whatever we are performing here, all those things are
Okay.
getting stored here only, correct? On Gen
In the Gen
Server
server.
01. This is just
Yes.
GUI console. So as you can see, we are having three options here, like create a master image with MCS. So we are going to deploy like machine creation services itself. And we have another option as well, like to create master image using Citrix provisioning or any other tool. Like just suppose if you have Microsoft SCCM or any other thing where you have stored the master image, you can use that as well. And third one is
Okay.
for physical machines. Like if you do not have, in our case, we are performing the operation on virtual machine, which is hosted in our hypervisor, correct? But if you do
Yes.
not have any hypervisor, you can create a master image with the help of, like you can install VDA with help of third option. Okay.
Okay.
So
Fine.
in our case, we are going to use Citrix machine creation services only. Why? Because we are working on Citrix. Okay. So as you can see here, now this is the required installation, which is already highlighted, which is virtual delivery
Okay.
agent. And Citrix
Okay.
Workspace app is optional, correct? If you want to install, you can install on this master image. But on master image, we do not require normally. Okay. So I'm not selecting this because I do not want any.
Now this master image we will be creating VM for the users, right? Using this master image.
Correct.
So it's better to put the virtual, sorry, Citrix workspace also. Then the user doesn't have to install or something
No, no, no,
when
no.
they go to.
Why? Why? User have nothing to do there with that thing to into the virtual machines. Why? User need this
Ah,
application on
ah,
their physical
okay,
machine.
okay.
Got it?
Okay, okay, understood. Yeah, 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 I was confused. Okay.
There is no need. In some
No need
cases,
in the.
in some cases there is a requirement, like just suppose if you are working into the secure infra and you are an IT person. For IT person, sometimes they guys what they will do, they will restrict the things from the physical laptop and they install workspace in virtual machine itself, and from that virtual machine IT person will be able to access the secured server like Active Directory and any other stuff. Got it?
Okay, okay, understood. Yeah.
So additional component, we do not require any for now. The default one are those like profile management and supportability tools. That's it. Simply click on next. Now here is the important thing. It is asking to add a delivery controller. Correct. So in our case, delivery controller is ddc.abc.com. Correct. This is the address for our delivery controller. I've clicked on test connection and connection is verified. Like it is communicating now. So basically, this particular agent is responsible to communicate with the delivery controller. Correct. Click on add.
Okay.
We have added one delivery controller. If you have multiple delivery controller in your infra, you can add as many you want. Okay.
Okay.
Simply click on next. We do not want any of those features like real time and blah blah blah. Simply click on next. So as I told you earlier, these are the important ports for controller communication. Please remember that line. Okay. For delivery controller communication, these are the important ports like 80 TCP, 1494, 2598. Number of ports are there, and all those will get configured by default at the time of installation. Simply click on next. And this is a summary like prerequisite 4.8, then runtime, remote desktop connection for sure, connection host for sure, Windows remote assistant for remote access and troubleshooting, and core component will be virtual delivery agent. Additional, we have few tools. This is our delivery controller, and these are the port numbers. Okay.
Okay.
Simply click on install. Now it will take a while. So you can see it's showing 12 minutes remaining.
So for the desktop OS also, this is the same step, right?
Yeah, same step,
If
but the only difference will be with the help of desktop
multi.
operating system, you will never be able to virtualize applications. Correct? Why? Because it is working for single user at a time. Correct?
Okay, okay.
So just suppose if you have to publish an application, in that case,
Mm-hmm.
like you even don't know, na, like how many users will using
Connect
that.
at a time.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for the same, we always publish applications with the help of like
Server.
server operating system.
Yeah.
Again, it may take reboot, even I'm not sure. Let's wait. So apart from that, let's go back to the DDC, and here Citrix Studio. So we will create machine catalog after this. How to manage delivery groups, I will let you know. Applications, from here we can easily add applications to end users. So far we do not have any application. And coming to the policies, with the help of policies, you can create number of policies. Like if you do not want user to access shared drive and other stuff, you can restrict user from that particular console. It is same as the policies like group policy object that we have in Windows. Correct?
Yes.
But here you will get multiple predefined templates. Correct? Coming to the logging, so logging is a kind of monitoring things, like so far as you can see I am using root user. So what I did in my infra, like I have created the database and whatever the operation I'm performing here in Citrix Studio, all those logs will be there for every user who is managing the Citrix Studio. Got it?
Okay.
In my case, it's root. In your case, it may be different user. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Coming to the administrator, so far root is the only administrator to manage that Citrix Studio. So from here you can create administrator, like if I can check here. Okay, just suppose I'm having test user 1 here. Okay, so
Okay.
I can select that user and I can make this user as an admin for Citrix Studio. So here you can select the scope for that user. Simply next. Now you can select the role for that user. Like if you want read-only administrator, it will be read-only administrator. If you want full administrator, it will get full access to modify the things.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Okay.
So I'm not creating that user for now. Coming to the controllers. Into the controllers, your delivery controllers will get listed
Only
here.
one control. Yeah.
So far we have only one. Okay. Coming to the hosting part. So hosting part
What is the
is
use? What is the use of multiple delivery controllers? This one delivery controller is not enough to manage.
no, it is for load balancing. Just suppose if you have 1000 users and
Uh
those
huh.
users are logging from at the same time from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. correct, for their daily routine work. Correct.
Okay.
So in that case, only single delivery controller will not be able to manage all the connections. Or just suppose if a single delivery controller goes down due to XYZ issue, in that case,
Okay.
all sessions will get disconnected. Correct.
Okay. Okay.
For
Understood.
redundancy perspective, we means right now in my infra we are having 15 delivery controllers. Correct. So just
Oh,
suppose if
okay.
here we are getting 1000 connections in a day, so we can split the connections.
Okay.
Actually, basically, it is a part for NetScaler, and it comes under L3 kind of things, L2 or L3, not for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Coming to the hosting part, so far we have one host, which is Gen Server 01. As usual, in the production, you always have more than one Gen server, correct? Why?
Yeah.
Again, for redundancy perspective and for fault tolerance. Okay. Coming
Okay.
to the licensing part, from here you will get the license details like what we have right now. Like we have for 30 days trial, and this is the date, this is a port number, this is a server name, and I have not connected this machine to the internet. This is the only reason why we are not getting those details, because I do not want this to be identified by the Citrix. Okay, so this is for a testing
Okay.
perspective. Otherwise, it will automatically log my ISO file, and I will not be able to deploy that infra with the same ISO file. I have to download another one. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Coming to the storefront server. So basically, okay, let me check that as well. It is asking for reboot.
You will be sharing with us with me the ISO files, right? For testing for me.
I will share all those with you.
Because I tried to download something from Citrix server, sorry, Citrix site. It is restricted. It is not giving any option to download.
I will arrange a trial license for you. Okay, so it's getting rebooted. Go back to the DDC. Coming to the FB publishing. So basically, FB publishing are the publishing servers. Either you can get those servers from Microsoft, okay, or from VMware. Like those are the kind of servers which comes under L3 only. And coming to the zones, so basically these are the kind of time zones like where our hypervisor is hosted. Just suppose if we have one hypervisor hosted in India, another one in UK or US or whatever the time zone. Okay, so with that infra, you will be able to physically identify the hypervisors.
This hypervisor, we can do it in cloud also, right?
It is cloud itself, na? Like
No, no, no. Instead of physical server, I'm saying we can do Azure or somewhere, right?
so it doesn't matter, buddy. Just suppose if you are installing hypervisor, or even you are using it into the cloud, and cloud service provider, he will also deploy the same thing on any physical hardware which is located into their
I
data
understood.
centers.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, yeah.
So cloud is nothing.
Understood.
Cloud is basically a URL from means you are accessing your resources over the internet. This is the cloud. Correct. But that
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
means like each and everything is hosted on cloud. Cloud is nothing, like things are hosted on the data centers, physical servers are there, and you are accessing them over the internet. Correct.
Yeah, instead of our data center, it will be in their data center.
Correct. So multiple, like as we have our private data centers, so for end user it is a cloud. Correct. It
Yes.
comes under the private cloud. Correct. Private means only organization employees will be able
And
to
in
access. Correct.
our premises. Yeah.
Correct. And coming to the Google or Azure or any other, so for them, like it is a kind of public cloud, like anyone can take subscription from them. Correct. Anyone can use
Yes.
the virtual machines, but again, those virtual machines are hosted on their like data
And
center.
that is.
So today you are free.
Actually, during Ramadan, our duty is like I have to go at 8 o'clock till 1 o'clock,
Eight
even
no
night.
night.
Yes, yes. Next week it will be morning, like 10 to 1, like this.
Mhm. Okay, so let me explain few more things here. Like if you go to the Citrix folder here, and we have installed
Mm-hmm.
Citrix director here as well. So basically, Citrix director is web-based web-based tool which is used to troubleshoot the virtual machines. Correct? Like just suppose if you
Yes.
want to take a remote of virtual machine. Okay. So
Okay.
for the same, like here it is asking for the username. So let me type root. Let me type password and domain is ABC. Let me log in here. So basically, this is a tool which is used to take remote session of end users. Okay, so just suppose like these are the kind of logs that you are getting and the alerts. Okay, so no details so far. Okay, into the applications, we have nothing to do for the okay because we have not configured. Okay, so let me show you like let me search some user. It's root itself, so you can see we have got root user. So far there is no desktop running for this user.
Uh,
Okay, so
okay,
just
understood.
suppose just suppose if that particular user is using any desktop, correct, so you will get
Mm-hmm.
all those services, what he is using, what he is doing right now, correct. You can restart
Okay.
his virtual machine from here, or you can from shadow option you will get shadow of his desktop on your screen for remote troubleshooting, correct.
Uh, oh, okay.
It is a kind of mirror screen like
So we can control with our input
yes, yes, yes,
devices like. Okay.
yes, we
Okay.
can control. And reset personality. So sometimes it happens like users virtual disks may got corrupted or any other issue. For that reason, we can reset the personal disk as well. Okay, now, that doesn't
Okay.
contain any data because all the data are on roaming profile always. And although you can reset user profile as well, so as of now nothing is there. So let me try. So whatever users you have into your domain, you will be able to search from this console. Okay.
Yeah.
So
If any user calls, I have some problem, then we will check with that username
yeah,
and we
you
can
can
get the session.
yeah. Because sometimes it happens like virtual machine it may get hang or freeze. Correct. In that
Mm-hmm.
case, user will not be able to take a remote session. So for that thing, what we can do, we can easily uh, log off or reset, or we can try those kind of things.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so coming to the configuration kind of things, that is not for you for now. So into the dashboard you will always get those details, like if you have any failed session for any user, you will get the count and you will get user detail as well, correct. Like for multi session is for the server operating system, okay, and this one is for desktop operating system. Okay, so right now it's not be able to retrieve data because we do not have any machine catalog running. Okay, so as you know, license server, we do not have installed any license, we are running on the trial one. And from here you can get the details of delivery controller as well. So far we have only one delivery controller running. So this is our infra. We have gen server 01 and there is no alert on gen server 01. And our delivery controller DDC status online, services no alerts, database connected, license server connected, and monitoring database is also connected. Okay, so those kind of monitoring you can perform from here. And we do not have any graph so far. No worries, we'll get once machines. So from here you can check all the machines what we have in our infra. So far there is no machine. Okay,
Yeah.
and sessions, you will get all the sessions like how many users are connected. Okay, so far there
Okay.
is no user connected. What other options?
And we can connect the user from here, from this screen.
No. Why?
Okay.
Because this is something relevant to authentication, like user have to provide his credentials. Okay, that we cannot take. Correct.
Okay.
So user have to log in from the storefront server. So I will let you know how to configure the storefront server, but let's wait for it. It will take some time, buddy. And also I have one call at 3:30. Okay. Then I will be away
Okay.
for 30 minutes and then we will connect after 30 minutes. Okay.
Okay, fine. So you're going to close now or?
No, not now. We still
Okay.
have some time.
15 minutes, yeah.
So in the meantime, what we can do here, we can create few users for the testing. So here it is, users. So test user one. I forgot the password for this user. It is a member of domain user, so it is fine for testing. And let me create one more user here. Okay, so users are created. Go back here. Okay, so now it is installing the core component, which is virtual delivery agent. Okay, and it is responsible for communication purpose to the controller. Okay, and above was the prerequisites which will be required before installing this virtual delivery agent. Okay, so basically, this is almost done actually. In this, what we did, we learn how to install VDA agent, correct? Not that much complicated. It's quite similar. So after 30 minutes, what we will do, we will learn how to create the machine catalogs from the master image that we are creating here. Got it?
Okay.
And after that, we have to configure delivery groups, applications we have to publish, that I will show you. It's almost done now, like where it is. I hope you are not getting confused, because those was a longer
No, no,
session.
yeah, these all things I have some basic idea. I told you last 1 year I was in keep researching something. What is this thing? What is that thing? But I don't know exactly how to implement these all things. That is
Yeah,
the main thing.
actually, usually it took more than, like, 7 or 8 lectures to complete that stuff. But yeah, if you are good to understand, I'm okay to finish it.
Yes.
Because sometimes, what guys do, they will ask basic questions like what is DSCP, what is DNS, and what is even Active
Okay,
Directory.
okay.
They have no
Yeah,
idea.
basic
And
steps.
yeah, for those kind of students, it's typical to get the things done at this fees, correct? It's quite
Mm,
irritating, because I
yeah,
cannot
it will
explain
take
now
long
what is
also.
DSCP. No, I will
Yeah,
never
then
entertain them. I will ask them, please go to Microsoft, learn MCSA basic things, then come back to me.
yes. Then the session will be like it will be going to some other area then.
Yeah, basically, I cannot means if you are preparing for Citrix or virtualization or for VMware or for Azure, that means your basic, it should be clear, na? Like what I'm assuming, that your basic is clear. That is the only reason why you are going for virtualization.
Yes.
Okay, buddy. So it will take more 13 minutes. Okay, so not an issue.
Okay. Okay, fine.
I will do
So you
nothing
will be
after that.
even
After that, I will reboot the machine, and
okay.
in the coming one, what we will do, we will create the machine catalogs from the master image. So
Studio.
basically, machine catalogs
Yeah.
are the virtual machines for end users, which we will create from the master image what we have created here in our hypervisor. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Actually, look, if we're talking about the master image, actually master image is nothing. It is just an operating system, and in that operating system, we will install whatever the application required for particular team. Correct. After
Yes,
installation of
understood.
each and every application, what we will do, we just simply install virtual delivery agent to that master image. That's it. Okay. And that
Okay,
particular
okay, fine.
agent is responsible for the communication from hypervisor to delivery controller. Okay, because with
Yes.
the help of this virtual delivery agent, we will be able to know, like, how many snapshots are there into the hypervisor, because we need snapshot to create machine catalog or virtual machine for end user. Correct. So
Okay.
what it is doing right now, it is creating a snapshot for that machine. Like, we have installed Notepad++, so it will take Notepad++ at that time, and all the basic application what we have here. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, buddy. So I'm disconnecting, and we will connect after half an hour. Okay.
You will be calling me, right? Yeah, you will be calling when you're free, right?
I will ping you. Okay. It will
Oh,
not
no
take
problem.
more than 30 minutes.
No problem. I'll wait you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. So now, as I told you, in this, we will see how to create the machine catalogs from the master image. So here is a Citrix Studio console, which we have configured into the delivery controller. Okay.
Delivery controller. Okay.
So from here, as we already have one master image and we have VDA client installed in that machine. Now we can create a machine catalog from that master image. So just click on a create a machine catalog. Now it is an introduction. Let's skip it. So now it is asking for which operating system you want to create a machine catalog. So for sure, we will go with the multi-session OS. Why? Because we have performed that step on server operating system. If we install that thing on desktop, in that case, we have to select single session OS. And remote PC access, as I told you, it is for the physical laptop or desktop,
Physical
whatever.
machine.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now here, click on next. Now it is asking like the machine management type. Okay, so far we have machines, those are power managed. Why? Because we have created those machines into the hypervisor. If this particular machine goes down, we can easily power it on from here. Correct? Like there is
Okay.
no human required to power on those machines. Okay,
Okay.
so we will go with this one. Second one you can select if you are virtualizing the physical machine. Okay,
Okay. Let me ask one question. What is machine catalog? What is the purpose of this one? You will continue or you will explain me later this one?
okay, so basically machine catalogs are the virtual machines. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
machine catalogs are the virtual machine which we will create from the master image. Basically those machine
Okay.
catalogs will be assigned to end users. Okay,
Okay, fine.
if you have got new user into the infra, so you cannot assign him that master image, na? Correct?
Yeah. Okay.
You have to create a copy from this image, and that particular
Yeah.
copy is called as machine catalog. Okay,
Machine catalog. Okay.
so again we are using Citrix machine creation services on Gen server 01, which is our primary resource. Simply click on next. Now, as we have installed that VDA agent into the master image, so it is automatically detecting the snapshot,
Yes.
okay, which we
Yeah.
have created. Correct.
Yes.
So we have to select this. We have single snapshot so far. Okay, so we have to go with this only. Okay,
Okay.
click on next. Now it is asking like how many virtual machines do you want to create from that particular snapshot. Okay,
Okay.
so just suppose if you have to create 1,000 or 100, correct, and
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
you can enter the memory like how much memory you want to allocate to that particular thing. Correct.
For each
For each
machine, yeah.
machine, so you can select it from here. Okay, so we do not have that much hardware resources, we can create 1,000 machines. Okay, so we will go with the one machine only,
One. Yeah,
or
okay.
one, or let me check how many we can create memory. So far we have 6 GB available. Okay, and what is the story here? Into the performance, we have 77% utilization. Okay, so we can create 2 for now. Okay, so let me enter 2. Okay, and
Okay.
I will go with the default memory as we have only 6 GB remaining, so 2
Okay.
GB for each machine. Okay,
Okay.
okay, so if you want to increase the disk size cache, you can increase it to the size whatever you want, but by default we will go with the 32 GB of hard drive for
Okay.
each virtual machine. Okay, because we
Okay,
are
fine.
working on the thin provisioning kind of thing,
Test.
like we do not require 500 GB of hard drive for every user. Correct.
Yeah, yes.
We need that storage. Why? Just because to launch an application, launch a desktop. Correct.
Yeah.
So simply click on next. Now it is asking to select an OU. Correct. So
Mm-hmm.
for the same, I will select the computers, that OU. Okay, and now it is asking for machine name scheme. Okay, so what we can do, we can mention it like Win2K. Just suppose we are creating that machine catalogs for HR team. Okay, So I can mention here HR. What can I HR hyphen hash. Okay. So
Okay.
why?
If there is already OU, then it will be visible here, right? Now there is no OU created before. That's why
Yeah,
we cannot see.
only default OUs are getting listed here so
Yes.
far.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
now why I have mentioned that HR hyphen hash. So HR will be the host name. Okay, or I can mention not HR, it's a too short. Okay, so let me mention it. HR,
Department DPT.
let's
Something.
forget it. Let's make it finance. Okay.
Okay.
So finance will be the account name scheming, and why I have mentioned hash as just to make sure the first machine host name will be fin01 and second machine host name automatically will be fin02 and fin03 up to the number of n number of machines. Okay.
Okay.
Like after that, you do not have to change or rename the host name again and again. Just suppose if you are creating 1,000 machines, so it will quite typical to manually change the host name of each
Yes.
machine. Correct.
Yeah. That
So
is difficult.
what it will do, as we are creating two machines, the first machine host name will be this and second machine will be fin-02. Got it?
Okay.
Or if you do not want such kind of numbering, you can select A to Z. So in that case, it will be fin AB for first one and fin BB or AC something kind of this.
If you put only one hash, it will be A, B, C like this, right?
Yes.
If you
Got it?
yeah, understood. Yeah.
Simply click on next. Now it is asking for machine catalog name. So just name it at finance team. Just suppose we are creating this for finance team. Okay.
Okay.
And
Fine.
if you want any additional description like which operating system and kind of things, you can mention. I can mention like server 2019. Okay.
Okay.
Now click on finish. So now what it will do, it will copy the master image. As you can see, it is copying the master image now. Okay. So what it will do,
Okay.
it will copy data from this master image. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And once data will be copied, it will create two more virtual machines here by name fin01
Yes.
and fin02. Okay.
And Fin02. Yeah.
You will get this in some time. So let's wait for it. So in production, we always use the network storage devices. So for that reason, they are faster actually. They don't take that much time to copy data. Okay, but here what we are doing,
Okay.
we are utilizing the single hardware, correct, and
Yes.
local storage. So that is the reason why it is taking time. But in production, it only 30 or 40 seconds time will be there to copy the entire operating system. Okay.
Okay. If it is 1,000 also, it will take the same time, right?
Right. Look, it is copying the data for one time only, na. After that, it will
Yeah.
push the same copy into the 1,000 machines. Correct.
Okay.
So we have to wait. Once data will be copy, after that it will create few machines over there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's wait. So right now you're working with Citrix profile or any other profile?
No. I'm not Citrix. I told you I'm the desktop support engineer only. But I was supporting in one site Citrix thin clients, but we don't have any hand to support that thing. Only whatever the issues and whatever we need, we are contacting the system team to implement that thing.
Okay, means
So
so far you do not have any admin hands on Citrix infra, correct?
yes. Yeah.
That you will get. My SSD is okay. Data is getting transferred. Wait for it. So actually it will copy somewhere around 30 GB of data. Okay, 30 to 35 GB of data. What we
Okay,
have
from
in
the
our
master
master.
image.
Yeah. So do you have any network device with you? Like not network
No,
device,
nothing.
it's not network storage device.
No, nothing with me.
Actually, I'm having 2 terabyte of SAN with me, but somehow it's stopped working from today. I'm actually trying to troubleshoot it, but nothing getting worked. So I will troubleshoot it, and if it will work, it will be helpful for PBS kind
Yeah.
of structure. So in a meantime, let me show you few things like so as what you are preparing right now is for Citrix certified associates, okay, which is for
Yeah.
L1 for Citrix. Okay, so
Okay.
we have multiple course here. Let me explore the Citrix website. So right now you are here like
CCAV,
Citrix,
yes.
yeah, Citrix certified
Certified
associate.
associate.
Okay, and this is for L1, this is for L2,
Okay.
this is for L3, and after that
Okay.
we have multiple things like L4 and L5 kind of level. Okay, so I will recommend you for better understanding, you should go to L3. Okay, because L1 is basic. Means you will get some promotion in your current organization with that certification, but it is a kind of helpdesk task for Citrix profile, not for the desktop profile. Okay, so
Okay.
it is you will get some kind of monitoring activities in that thing. Okay, so if I click here, and as you can see, like what we are covering here, Citrix virtual apps and desktop, correct? We are doing it
Yes.
right now. And these are the kind of things for review exam guide, blah 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 kind of things. Okay, and apart from that, CCPV. So with with this you will get some exposure in your organization. Okay, and once you will get some hands on Citrix, it doesn't matter whether you get for L1, it is okay, it will be fine, but parallelly you can start learning this as well. It will help you to get some good position in
Yes.
Citrix profile. Okay, so if I
Yes.
click here, so as you can see, this is mandatory for this CCAV.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, after that you will be able to, again this is also for the same like Citrix virtual apps and desktop. And as I told you, I have,
Advanced administration
yeah, as I told you, I have is okay. As you can see, 2 machines are here now.
created now. Yeah.
So okay, as you can see, our machine catalog is created for Fin team. Okay, and in that machine catalog,
Okay.
how many machines we have? We have 2 number of
Two
machines.
machine.
Got it?
Yes. Yeah.
So what I was explaining to you is that, okay, go back there only. So as I told you, I have skipped some points here like FB publishing and hosting and like session recording and other stuff is also there, which comes under L2. Okay, so this is for your
Okay.
basic level. Okay, so now what we did, Here it is. We have created two machine catalogs for random team. Okay, just suppose for we have created two machine catalogs for a team, and now we have to publish.
We created one machine catalog, right, with two machines,
No,
right?
no. From one master
Each
image.
machine. We will say each machine has machine catalog, one machine catalog like this.
Look,
Now, I thought you will create finance one machine catalog for finance team. Then we will create 100 PCs, sorry, 100 virtual machines. Then another virtual catalog for HR. Not
yeah.
like
So
this.
not like this. Actually, the reason is that what we have created two machine catalogs from one master image. Okay. Just
Okay.
suppose you have got two new. Actually, this generally not happens. Like you have to create thousands of machine catalogs. Why? It's up to the joining or the project requirement. Correct.
Yes.
Like just suppose if you have only 5 joiners next week, so you do not have to create 100. Never you have to create 100 or 1000 machine catalogs. And there will be a situation like just suppose if you have to migrate something, or if you are setting up the entire site, in that case only you have to create thousands of machine catalogs for the all the users what you have in your organization. Correct.
Understood. Yeah.
But in production you never have to do that in this way. Okay, so now we have got two machine catalogs. Okay, so just suppose now we have created machine catalogs. Okay, and we have to publish those machine catalogs to end users. Correct. So
Yes.
as I told you, I have created, just suppose I have created those machine catalogs for finance team. Okay, so what I will do, I will restrict both the machine catalogs to finance team only. Got it? Or means I will
Yes.
restrict those machine catalogs to users or groups. Correct. Just suppose if there is a
Okay.
group for finance team, like I do not want any other users to access those machines. Correct.
Yes, understood.
So for the same, we have delivery groups. Correct. So now what we have to do, we have to create one delivery group. Click on next. Now it is asking like we have two machine catalogs available. Okay. And let's select both here. Okay. Two machines. I will cover both the machines and click on next. So now it is asking like to whom you want to publish that particular machine. So I will restrict this to just test user what we have created. Okay. Test user 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. Let's restrict it to test user 1 for now. Okay.
Okay.
And okay. So let do it in another manner. Just create one machine from it. Just I'm picking only single machine from here. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Now what I will do, I will restrict this machine to test user 01. Okay. And okay, now click on yes. Now it is asking to add application. Just suppose if you want to publish any application to end user. Okay. So we will select applications from here. So as it is searching for available machines now, let's wait for it, and in some time you will see it will power on the available machines. Okay, as you can see, it is waiting to machine to start. So if I go here, you will see in some time this machine is getting powered on.
That
Correct.
one. Yes. Okay. Okay.
So this is what we called the power manage machine. Correct. Like if user want to
Yes.
access, user just have to log in. Correct. And that machines automatically get powered on. Okay. If user is ideal or user is sign out, machine will automatically logged up or shut down. Okay.
Okay.
But in case if we don't have that machines hosted on the hypervisors, in that case, what we have to do, we need someone to power it on for physical machines. Correct. We cannot do that
Understood.
remotely.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So it will take time as this machine is starting for a first time. Okay. Perfect. So this machine is powered on, and within some time we will get all the applications which are installed in this particular machine. Okay. It will take some time to register the machine. Actually, this machine is now getting registered with the delivery controller. Okay. So as you can
Yeah.
see, these are the default applications which was installed in our machine catalog master image, correct? And from the same, the machine catalog also got those applications. So as you can see, we have installed Notepad++. So just suppose if you want to publish application only, correct? So
Okay.
from here we are publishing Notepad++, or we can select remote desktop connection as a default application. Okay. So
Okay.
now I have selected those application, and those application will be published to user. Okay. Like
Okay.
to use these two application, user do not have to launch any desktop. Correct. Once he log in, he will get two applications only on his screen. Got it?
Okay. Understood.
So simply click on next. Now it is asking for add assignment. So into the assignment, whatever the name I will give here, that particular name will be visible to end user as his desktop. Okay, so let's make it server 2019. Okay, or just suppose it's fin desktop. I can mention fin desk. Okay.
Okay.
Description you want to put, as you can see in example, for finance department. Just let's mention. Although we have not installed any application which is relevant to finance, but anyhow, not an
Yes,
issue.
for testing purpose. Yeah. We assume that they are using Notepad for the finance
Yeah.
purposes.
They never use Notepad, especially the finance team. Okay, so now also I have to restrict that particular desktop to test user 1. Okay, because I do not want any other user to get access to that desktop. So now we have okay, this option is there. If I uncheck this, there will be no desktop visible to this user. Only those two applications will be visible, like Notepad, and another one is RDB.
Okay.
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 So right
Okay.
now I'm enabling the desktop for him. Okay.
Okay.
So here it is perfect. You can name it as server OS, server 2019 OS. This will not reflected to the user. Okay. This is for IT admins only. Okay.
Okay.
Finish it. So now what we have created a machine catalog. Okay. We have
Okay.
created a delivery group, and we have published one machine to finance user. In our case, it is test user 1. Okay. So now
Okay.
this is this configuration is done from server end. Okay. So now
Okay.
how user will get access to this machine? Correct. Like we need
Yes.
something. We need a web page, we need a website, we need a storefront. Correct. So here comes
Yes.
the storefront server. Okay. So now what I will do, I will configure Citrix storefront in DDC itself, but in production there will be a separate server for storefront. Okay.
Okay.
So let's wait for it. And after that, you will see the last step, like how user, like what you are doing in your infra, like you are installing Citrix Workspace app in your laptop or desktop, and after that you have to give some URL to your end user, or you have to connect, like advise user how to connect to the resources. Correct. So
Okay.
wait for it. Our machine is utilized. How many? How much? 83, 87% of memory. Okay, perfect. So in a meantime, what I can try, I do not.
You will show me how to install the printers and all, right?
Sorry?
Yeah, how to install the printers for the users.
Yeah, printers I can show you, but for print server is something which is relevant to the hardware availability. Okay. Like
Okay.
I can advise you, but we need some network printers, na? for testing perspective.
Okay, yeah. If there is a network printer in the local user side, and how
That
to add their how to add their drivers and all in the Citrix.
that I will show you. That I will show you. So now, what we have to do, we have to configure storefront. Correct.
Okay.
So let's select it. Actually, storefront is nothing. It will add like web server IIS role in this machine, and it will create a site in web server. Correct. IIS. Have you ever worked on this Internet Information Services?
I didn't work, but I know it is for hosting and web hosting, and it will give
Perfect.
you
It will
lot of.
host a site in
Yes.
this particular system. Actually, it will host a web page for end user. Correct.
Yes.
So in a meantime, what I have to do, I have to check like Citrix receiver is there in this. Yes, yes, we have Citrix workspace here. No, not this one. Citrix workspace app. Perfect. Again, it will take time and it will take one reboot. So in a meantime, I do not require this master image for now. So for the same, I can shut it down to get some speed. Okay. Because
Okay.
what we are doing now, we will access this machine from end user device. Okay. So in a meantime, you can assume my physical machine as a client device. Okay. Although we can try this from this machine as well, Win10. Okay, so let me power on Win10 machine. And from here, okay, this is successfully installed. Finish it, reboot it. And let's see how much time this machine will take. Okay, this machine is powered on, and okay, you can assume this Windows 10 machine as a client machine. Okay,
Okay.
client machine or end user machine. Or
Okay, understood.
let me log in here. Okay, so I have Google Chrome in this machine, and let me check for Citrix workspace. No.
No workspace.
Okay. Okay, so what I can do here, I have created one shared folder somewhere. Where is receiver and plugin, Windows receiver, then Citrix workspace app, and let me copy it here. The software. And now we can install it from here.
You are in duty now or out of duty?
No. Parallelly, I am on Microsoft
Okay.
Team as well. So far there is no
Okay.
call. Whenever I will get, I will switch.
Okay, understand.
Okay, so let's wait for it to install. And parallelly, as you can see, we have just configured the storefront server, correct? So Where it is. Let's install it first. Citrix workspace installation is quite simple, correct? Nothing is in that.
Actually, in our environment, this Citrix workspace is already pushed with the image, the base organization image, Windows image.
That we can do that with the help of BigFix or SSE, multiple options.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, let's come to the storefront that we have just configured. Click on yes. Actually, right now we are creating a web page for end user, correct? We need one
Yes.
address that we can share to end user, and user will be able to connect
to the application and the apps and desktops.
Correct.
And successful.
Actually, it is requiring .NET 4.8 or some other prerequisite. No, this prerequisite like Microsoft Edge Web. Okay. So what I have to do? What it is asking? Let's try to type Microsoft Edge Web View Runtime download. Where it is? Where it is?
Down it is down. Okay.
I'm getting Evergreen standalone or Bootstrapper. Okay, let's go with the 64x. Okay, it will be offline setup. That's good. Okay. Let it be. In the meantime, go back. Okay, so this is a storefront that we have created. Okay. So now we do not have any storefront so far. So what we will do, we will create a new deployment. Okay. And if we have any existing, in that case, we can join new one to existing one. Okay. So go with the first one. It is asking for the base URL. So base URL is the host name of the machine on which you are hosting the storefront server. So in our case, host name will be DDC only. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, download has been completed. Let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Now, I hope it will work. Okay, coming here. Okay, it is still taking time. Go there and okay, so now give me a minute. So as you can see here, this is a basic thing you might have some idea about, like this is the end user, correct? This is Citrix receiver on his laptop, and it will require one web browser. And after with the help of web browser, user will get into the storefront server, correct? And after that, it will get user will get the application or desktop, whatever is published. So XenApp services will be for the application virtualization, okay, and multiple
Okay.
things will be in between, like authentication and other stuff, okay. So simply click on next. Now it is asking for a store name, so in my case it's Indore, okay. And I do not want any unauthenticated user, and I can set this receiver with default. No, it is not required, okay. Click on next. Now it is asking to add the delivery controllers, correct? So the same thing we have to do, like ddc.abc.com. You can add as many as delivery controllers you have, okay.
Okay.
So now it is asking for the transport type, so I'm going with the HTTP because I do not have any SSL certificate right now, okay.
Okay.
And for HTTP, port number will be 80 for sure, okay.
80. Yeah.
Simply click OK, click on next. Now it is asking for remote access. We do not have any physical machine, so this is not required. Click on next. Now it is asking for the authentication method. So default one will be username and password, okay. And we have multiple options here, like those are never used. Smart card is also there, but for the same, we must have to take some subscription, correct? Or if you want
Yes.
to use any soft token or hard token, multiple options will be there, okay. But for testing,
Okay.
we are going with username and password, okay.
Okay, fine.
Next, those services will be required for application virtualization. Click on create. So after that, it will create a store. Go back to the Win10 machine. Installation completed. Now let me try to launch this. So it will create a store for us, okay, which will be a address
Okay.
for end user, okay. Okay, actually, unfortunately, I have only 2 meetings to. One I have already completed, and
One more
next,
is there.
yeah, for my office.
What is Netscaler?
Okay, so as I told you earlier, NetScaler is a kind of soft
Firewall,
firewall,
I think.
soft firewall, okay,
Yeah.
not any physical,
Understood. Yeah.
and it
But
works.
is it necessary or it is an optional thing?
Look, if you have much stronger firewall from Cisco or from any other vendor, you can avoid it, okay.
Okay.
It is not always mandatory. It a additional component.
Okay.
Again,
Still the problem. Yeah.
okay, let it be. I will show you that I have to troubleshoot. Either I have to update the Windows, but internet is not available for the virtual machines for now, so I will not waste. I'm not wasting time in this, so
Okay.
that I will show you how to cover it up. So as you can see, our store has been created. Finish it. Now we can click on view or change store. Okay, and this is if you click here, receiver for website, so this will be a website for your end user, okay.
Okay. ddc// Citrix dot. Okay.
In the web, so I have copied this and I am accessing this with my physical laptop, okay. Let me enter here. So as you can see, host name is resolved. So now this is the storefront for end user, got it. And now what user have to do, type domain, then test user one, which is our username, and password. Let me enter it. Just click on log on. So as you can see, we have published two applications for this user. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Notepad and remote desktop connection, and also we have published desktop as well with finance
On
test.
desktop,
Correct?
yes. Yes.
So just suppose user have to just suppose we have some remote users who actually not require desktop. Okay.
Desktop,
So
yeah, only.
in this case, that particular tab it will not be visible for those users, but we have applied
Yes.
for this user. That is the reason why it is getting visible. Okay. So now let me open Notepad++ from here. So what it will do, it will get extension from workspace and it will launch Notepad++ in some time. Let's wait. So after that, you will see it will only launch the Notepad++. Okay. No desktop will be
Okay.
there.
Yes.
So let's wait.
Here I have same. I have some application and I have one or two desktops also.
Okay. As you can see, only Notepad is launched for the user, correct? On my physical
Yeah.
laptop. So if I minimize this, what is going on? This, everything I have minimized, and this is a Notepad++, which is running from the machine catalog. Okay. And if I made some changes here, it is just like I'm working as a end user. Okay.
Okay.
I can save my stuff and it will ask for the path where I want to save. So let's suppose I'm saving this into the documents. Here it is. So this is for the application. Now go back to Storefront server again, go to the desktop and launch this. And this will launch entire desktop for this user. Got it?
Okay.
You can see it is connecting. Do not ask me again. Okay. And in some time, it will auto login with the domain user, which is test user 01, and wait for it. Here it is, the desktop for user. Okay.
Okay.
So
See, suppose there is 5 desktops, okay, 5 machines in the catalog, okay. So once today I'm logging in, I will be getting one like Fin01. Tomorrow maybe it's not necessary to get the same thing, right? It may be different
no. It's not be like that. It's up to you, like whether you want to deploy a static virtual machine for every user.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
If it is not static, it will be changing.
It will select the random machine, but for the same, you need to set up the PBS thing. Why? Because you need to store some data, like user data, to centralized storage. Got it?
Okay.
But as we are using local storage, so we cannot do that for now. Correct? Because every time, just suppose if user is getting random desktop every time, so like we should map the user profile to Active Directory account from GPU. Correct?
Yeah.
So
and the data also should be stored somewhere permanently.
So this is the end user desktop. Okay. Now I will show you if I open the file explorer here, and here, as you can see, this is the local C drive of our server. Okay, the machine catalog, and now we are getting C drive of user physical desktop. Like this is my physical drive, correct?
Okay.
So here is a chance for data breach, correct? Like user can easily copy data from here to his physical laptop, correct?
Yes, it is.
So for the same, here comes one thing which we called as why it's not good. Okay, which we called as the policies. Okay, so if I go to DDC again, and if I open the studio again, let me click here. Okay, so it will take a while. So we can restrict that thing, like what we are facing here, like user can easily copy data, correct?
Yes.
So just suppose as I have shaped that file with the Notepad++, correct? So let it copy this PC and local drive. It's my laptop local drive. So it is copied, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So let's wait for it.
What is this doing? Add snap in?
Actually, add snapping is a console. It is generating data from the cache, but somehow it is slow actually. So where we was like, where is my OneDrive? Into the documents. No, yeah, desktop. Give me a moment. I'm getting one call on Microsoft Teams. Okay.
That's fine. Okay, fine. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hi, buddy.
You're talking to me? No, right? You were in the phone.
No, it's completed now. So am I
Okay, fine.
audible at that time?
Yes. No. I thought you were explaining something here to me. I didn't hear anything.
No. Actually, I was talking on my laptop actually. Okay, no worries. So
Okay.
here, as I told you, we have covered things till here. Okay. And
Okay.
we have also tested our deployment, like we have accessed the uh, virtual machine, correct, from end user.
Okay.
That means testing has been done. So almost it might be too fast for you, but as I was not available since last week, so I have covered the entire thing in a single day. But although I can easily cover up that stuff within 4 or 3 hours as well, but your basics are clear, so this is a good thing why that happens. Okay, so
Okay.
now what I'm trying to say, okay, so where we are, okay, like we are trying to restrict that thing, okay, this thing, correct? So
Access, yeah.
for the same, what I have to do, I have to go to the policies and let's wait for it. I think today we have connected more than 4 hours, correct? 3 or 4 hours. That is the only reason.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so here is the policy. So I'm just giving you demonstration only. It is an easy thing to deploy the policy. Okay, nothing that much
Okay.
complicated. Okay, so let's wait for it. Okay, so we have one undefined policy like unfiltered policy that we do not want. So let me create one policy from here.
Create new policy.
Okay, so with the help of this policy, what we have to do, we have to restrict the client drives. Correct.
Local drives.
Yeah. So I have, look, thousands of options are there. Correct.
Okay.
No one can remember. Correct. It is not possible.
Yes.
So what
Just
I have
search
to
it
do,
with.
I have to search with disk. Okay,
Mhm.
not the disk, with drive. Okay. So with that, I have got the filtered options only. Okay, which is relevant to drives.
Mm.
Okay. So
Okay.
as you can see, the first option, auto connect the client drive. No, we do not want to connect client drive. So I can disable it from here. Okay. And
Okay.
if you want automatic installation of inbox printer drive, that printers drivers that you was asking with me, correct? How to
Yes.
allow user. So if you want to restrict this, you can restrict it, but by default, we can allow it. Why? Because printing is uh, required sometime, correct?
Yeah.
So client drive redirection, I do not want client to redirect to any client drive. Client fixed drive, whatever fixed drive client have, I want to restrict those. Client floppy drives is now not in use, but we can restrict them as well. And client network drive. So this is not our network drives, it is client network drive. Okay. So we have to
Okay.
disable those as well. Client optical drives, matlab CD drive, DVD drive, whatever it has, we have to restrict that as well. Client,
If we need to give, if we don't want to restrict, we can just leave it that options,
yeah,
right?
we can leave
Because
it. Okay.
sometimes, yeah, we will allow users to use USB and all.
Yeah. So here is for USB drives like pen drive or USB hard drive, but we
Okay.
do not want users to connect hard drives or any external drive. So restrict it.
Okay.
Preserve client drive letter. We do not want any client. Okay, it is disabled by default. Printer driver mapping and compatibility. You can select like by default Microsoft XPS document writer will be there. Okay, means client can print or make it as a PDF. Client read only drives we do not want. Okay, it is disabled by default. Universal driver performance. This is not
Yes.
relevant. And universal printer driver usage not required for now. Okay, so what I did, whatever the option I have got, which was relevant to drives, I have restricted as per my requirement. Okay,
Okay.
simply click on next. Now it is asking like where do you want to deploy that policy, correct? So I will
Okay.
apply this policy in all the object in my site. Okay,
Okay.
now it will asking for a policy name, so I can name it as a drive restricted. Okay, or any name you can given for identification. Okay, description if you want
Okay.
you can provide, and I have to enable that policy from here. Okay,
Okay. Fine.
and click on finish. So I have restricted the client local drives. Okay,
Okay.
so as you
Fine.
can see, I have created one policy here. In a similar way, you will get thousands of options relevant to network, relevant to like clipboard copying or any other thing relevant to change
Mm-hmm.
the wallpaper and those kind of thing. Like multiple thousand of options are there. You have to filter out. So this is just a demonstration. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
So now what I have to do, I have to sign out from my current session and let me try to relaunch the session. Let me refresh this. And now let me try to refresh my desktop and we will see is it applied or not. Okay.
Okay.
So in a similar way, you have multiple options. Either you can disable audio or any other options. You will get multiple options over there. So as you can see here now, we have two drives only. CD drive, and this DVD drive is of our hypervisor, not for client. Okay.
Okay.
Got it? How to deploy the policies?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So now in a same way, you have to you have multiple things to perform. Okay. And as you can see, like as we are using this that thing, correct, like uh, test users. Okay, like these are the standard users, so those users are not getting option to restart or shut down, correct, to this server.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Only
means
log out.
user can only log out or disconnect the session, correct. Why?
Okay.
Because that particular user is not the part of domain admin group. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Okay, so like if I log in with root user, in that case, I will get options to restart, to modify the machine, because this user have all the permissions. Okay, but
Okay.
this user only a part of domain users. Got it?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so my this is almost done from my side. Okay, and now if you want to are you comfortable to recreate the entire infra with your own?
Yes, that's what I need. I need to do myself these all things, and then I will get some questions and one
Okay.
more thing, I need to know two things. One is in the thin client, how we will a thin client. What is the application like? See, in the normal desktop, okay, we have Citrix workspace there. We will use that. But in thin client, we are deploying some application. This Citrix workspace. We don't want to see that OS, thin client OS. Directly when we when we power on the thin client, this Citrix workspace should open. Any deployment for that?
Are you just let me know the configuration of your thin clients? Like, are you using network operating thin clients, or like any operating system is there for them?
Yeah, operating system is there. Yes, basic Windows will be there. But when we give the details like IP address and the serial number, these all things to the system team, they will deploy. I don't know what is they're deploying, workspace or something else. Then next time onwards, when we restart, directly this workspace will launch in the system. And we cannot see.
Okay, so I got it, what you are trying to say. But they did, just suppose this is your client machine, okay? What they did, they have created one user for auto login purpose, and they have launched the Citrix workspace in startup. They have marked that thing in startup. Okay, so what it will do, once device restart, it will get auto login, and whatever application like Citrix workspace or web browser they have kept in to the startup application, it will automatically get launched. Means they have put the devices into the kiosk mode, correct?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, kiosk mode means user will only get that screen itself, like the storefront
Yes.
URL, correct? This like login
Yes.
detail.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a
Yes.
simple thing, buddy. I will show you how to do that. It is a basic.
This is doing from Citrix only, right? Or from the any other
No.
deployment?
This is not with the Citrix. It is a web browser. What they guys did, I got your concern. They have marked Chrome or any other web browser into the startup, and it will be on full screen, correct? Always. Like user do not have to get access to click start menu and other stuff. I hope
Yes, yes,
that
yes.
same scenario we are
Got it.
also using here. Okay, it is a very basic thing that I will let you know how to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. So this is almost done from my side. Just let me know your availability for tomorrow. Okay. And tomorrow I will do one thing. I will sit in front of you and I will destroy this entire infra. Okay. Okay. Apart from that,
Okay. What about the adding the printer drivers? How that you will show me later, or
that I will
it
show
is
you
a
later.
thing?
Okay. Because
Okay. Okay. Fine.
okay, now coming to the point what I was trying to explain earlier, like if I go here and I search test user one, okay, so now I will get like what is running on his desktop, like application search and start. If I go to the process, I will get all the process which is running, not here, where it is. I have disconnected the session, I think. Okay, so let me launch this again. Test user one. Okay, so let's wait for it. So search was there. So let me open Notepad++ for this user. Okay. So now
Okay.
if I go to the director, okay, and you can see, correct? One application is running, means you are not getting
Uh-huh.
entire desktop for this user, but you are getting this application or the process are running for end user. You can check the memory utilization, which process is utilizing more. And
But if I click shadow, I can get like
yeah,
remote desktop, right?
so actually shadow is not always required. Just suppose if this application is not responding, correct? In that case, you
Yeah.
can select this and you can end this application from here. Okay. And you can
Mm-hmm.
see that is terminated for this user. And if you click on the
Okay.
shadow, so it will install remote assistant connection. Okay. And here user will get one pop-up, okay, to create a shadow. But for the same, one thing will be required. Let me check it is there or not. Oh. Okay, so what is happening here is that like we need to have some application to get shadow. Okay, so as you see, like we have to install Windows Remote Assistant tool on the client, means on our laptop, okay, to get the shadow screen. Okay, so that is
Okay.
not there. That is the reason why we are not getting shadow. Okay, but as you can see on client application, like as he is running on Windows 10, and as you can see the pop-up, someone is offering
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
remote assistant. So when user click OK, shadow screen will be there, but Windows remote assistant is installed in this machine with at the time of BDA installation, but this application is not here available in TDC. That is the only reason why we are not getting shadow. Okay,
Okay.
so it is not a big deal. I hope you have understood what I'm trying to say. Correct?
Yeah. Understood. Yeah. Yeah. It should
Okay.
be there in the DDC also. This remote
Yeah.
assistance, but it is
Actually,
not available.
listen, we always never use DDC. We only use our laptop, Windows 10 laptop. Correct? What we have for remote
Okay.
session. So in Windows 10, this is the default application. Correct?
Yeah. This remote desktop. Yes.
Yeah. So that is the only thing. Okay. So one more thing that I have to explain on director, like mhm, all the machines. You will get the machines data here, like multi-session OS. We have one machine so far. Okay. And right now the user login is finance01. Okay. And where it is gone. Okay. This is showing the utilization of this machine. I'll leave it. And if you want session details, so you will get session details as well. Like test user 01 is currently active. Okay.
Okay.
And this is the endpoint name. Endpoint name means it's his physical machine. In my case, it's my a local machine. Like if I show you the host name of my machine, okay?
Okay.
Like this is the host name, what is showing over there, okay?
Okay.
So also you will get the version of Citrix workspace, what is installed. You will get the IP address as well, okay? And if you want to send some message to user like hi, send it, you will get one pop-up here, correct?
Okay.
So this is basically used for, like, just suppose if you want any immediate shutdown from end user, so you can text him like please restart your system or something like this, correct? And okay, so this is almost done. So if you are okay, what I will do, I will share all the recordings with you what I have, okay?
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's your task to recreate the entire infra from tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
So
Okay. So you will give me the machine tomorrow.
I will give you the machine tomorrow and I will be there. I will see what you are doing, okay?
For how long you will give me this machine? You told for like 25 days or something. So how long I can play with
It's up to
this
you.
machine?
It's up to you how much time you want.
Okay, fine.
It's up to whenever you will be comfortable, please let me know, okay? So I'm quite
Okay.
open with that thing, okay? And
Okay.
apart from that, and just try to create the infra in single day only. Why? Because if you will take more days, you will forget the things, okay? So just try. I will be there
Okay.
for sure and I will guide you how to do that,
Create the
okay?
infra. Okay, fine, fine.
Okay, so please let me know
Okay.
that tomorrow timing, okay?
Okay, and I need your videos and the OS, this Citrix OS, these all things.
Not required.
What you will say.
Os is there. Os is already there into the ISO files, okay?
Okay.
So
Okay, fine. So yeah, I can copy it to my PC and all, because later, in case later after 1 month I want to create my
So for the
own.
same, I will share Google Drive link to you. From there, you
That's
can
good.
download those files. Okay.
That's good. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, buddy. Bye. Have a
So
nice day.
tomorrow, what time? What time you will be available? Because
I will
your
be
afternoon
available
is better
after.
for.
I will be available after 12 or 1 p.m. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Like
Thank
in the
you.
afternoon only, I will be available. Okay, not in the morning time. It is not always possible. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Okay.
buddy. Bye.
Have a good day. Thank you.